What you are about to see is a very secret, very personal behind-the-scenes look at a former YouTuber's life. What you see on camera is often not what you see in reality. This is my reality. I quickly realized that I was in dire need of help. And over the years, I realized you guys have been there with me every step of the way, praying for me and helping me. In a weird time loop paradox, even though you haven't seen me yet, you've already been helping me. So I thank you for that. Please share these videos with your friends, click like, leave a comment. I don't know if I will be here to read your comments. At the end of the day, I don't know how much time I have. And also, please respect my privacy, because it is a life or death matter at this point. Alright, yep, just dropped off the kids at school. Now I'm off to Myers to get some groceries. I actually got 20,000 views on my last video, but I only made something like $60 on it so far. I'm not sure if the ads aren't working very good on YouTube. They changed the upload system around. So the other thing is my views are up, but the length was down. It was down to like averaging 6 minutes, which isn't the best. You want it to be higher than that. Haven't heard anything out of you. I drove past your house this morning at like 7 o'clock and it was pitch black, nothing outside, no lights on, no cars, nothing. So I don't know if you guys are just out of town, but I swear I saw your truck not that long ago. Yeah, I guess I don't know what to think with you. When you go so long without messaging somebody, the other person tends to think, well, they obviously just aren't that interested. I don't want to be the one like pushing things along if you're not interested. If I haven't been on your mind since 2 years ago, then, you know, it's not what I thought it was. But I just feel so unresolved. I know, you're right. I need to just trust God. And, oh, the other thing I was going to tell you was, so the other day I was reading my Bible at night. I think it was like Sunday nights. And I was just like, Lord, you know, if you could give me a word, that would be great. So I opened the Bible and I stuck my finger in there, and it was in, I don't know if it was Matthew or Luke, one of those Gospels in the New Testament. And it was the parable of the persistent widow. And I thought, ooh, this is going to be a good one. So Jesus told a story and it went like this. Once was a judge in the city who cared neither about God and cared neither about man, who was rather unjust and could care less about the cases he managed. There was a widow in the town that had been treated unfairly by somebody in the city, and she went to the judge for retribution. And he turned her away, and he turned her away, and he turned her away. But she kept going back, and she kept demanding retribution. She kept demanding justice. And finally, the judge said, you know, I really don't care about anything, but this lady keeps bugging me. I just want to get her out of my hair. So he granted her what she asked for. And so Jesus goes on to say that those who are persistent and continue to ask God, he will give them their needs, or give them answer their prayers, so to speak. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be persistent. I'm not asking God for you. I'm asking God for closure on this. What do I do? Do I go with Eric? Do I go with you? Do I just go for myself or somebody else? I don't know. But I'm just asking for God to show me an answer. I'm asking for answers. I need some answers because it's driving me nuts. Like I said, I live 2 minutes away and it's driving me nuts. The fact that, not the fact that you're so close. That's not what's driving me nuts. The part that's driving me nuts is the fact that God put me so close to you. that was the only house that opened up. And you know, from all the other videos, my hair is crazy, how many different houses I looked at, how many different places I've tried. And there actually was a house that I was considering applying to that was closer to your cousin. And the reason I didn't jump on it was because it was close to your cousin and further from the school, and I was just kind of like, and it was, I think it was like $1,025 per month, so it was more than what I pay now. A nice house though. Yeah, so that one actually got rented pretty fast. But why did God put me specifically right there? There could be hundreds of places that he could put me, but that's where he chose to put me. That's the part that's eating away at my soul right now. That there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. And I can't break my heart off from you. I can't cut it off as much as I try. I need you. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just like every day I wake up and I just want to be there with you. Every song I hear on the radio makes me want to cry because it makes me think of you. And then that vanishes when I think about the fact that you really don't care that much about me. And you can sit here and say I'm not being fair, and I'm probably not. But the reality is, if you really cared that much, if it really bothered you that much, you'd be doing something. So then that makes me sit here and question, well, maybe you're not the guy I thought you were. Because if you can't stand up for what you believe in, then you're probably not somebody I want to be with. But then again, maybe you are standing up for what you believe in. You believe in being fair to your friends. You know your friends inside and out, or at least you think you do. And that would kind of make sense, because then you said you don't know me all that well. So that's basically implying that if you had to pick a loyalty, you're going to pick your friends, because I could end up stabbing you in the back. I could break your heart. And that's true. I could break your heart. I'm not going to stab you in the back, but I could break your heart. So then it's just going to be, what is God going to do? Are we going to randomly cross paths? Are we going to randomly run into each other somewhere? It's possible, but it's also possible that even though we live 2 minutes apart, we may never ever see each other. I mean, if you end up having something for me to interview, then yeah, that'd be great. But, and honestly, that would be your best shot to start off, because it's not even technically being friends, it's just professional relationship. That's how your cousin started off. I don't know. Guess I'll just have to see what God does.